Calvin. I'm Calvin. That's my guy, Garland. And we are here to discuss the last two, or let me just say the most recent two episodes of Queen Sugar. We missed a couple weeks, but now we're back. So, hey, what's going on, Garland? How you doing?
In the words of oh my god, why I want to forget the character. Did you miss me?
Barnell
Yeah,
Hill.
Barnell Hill.
Barnell
Did
Hill.
you miss me? What's
You went so you remember when he took that from Martin. Martin was like,
Yeah,
I know he ain't steal he done stole my steez, man.
right. One of the greatest episodes of Martin ever.
2 episodes. Remember that was
Oh yeah, that
two
was a two
episodes because
episodes.
they
That's right,
had to
because
go to
Marty
Hollywood.
he went
Yeah,
to
they had to go to
Hollywood. He quit his
Hollywood.
job, and because Stan wanted him to be the WZUP stripper of the
And he had to fight Michael Jackson.
had to fight
Pan,
Mike.
Pan was chasing Denzel in the limo. That's the Jodeci episode
Yeah,
too.
that's the
That's the
Jodeci.
Jodeci. The second one is
Jojo,
the Jodeci.
Casey, Dalvin.
I think Martin said at one point that was not planned. They didn't know. They
Really?
didn't even. Yeah, Jodeci didn't
Wow.
even know he was coming out. It was not planned. So great episode, great improv. First of all, Martin
Yeah,
is one of the greatest comedy shows. It's definitely for the
definitely,
culture. It
definitely.
definitely gave us a lot that we still talk about. So shout out to Martin and the whole crew. Shout out to them all. But anyway, we're here to talk about Queen Sugar, man. Queen Sugar been getting kind of hyped lately, and we gotta get rolling because these boys is playing tonight.
That's
These
right.
boys. These
That's right.
boys
That's
playing
right.
soon. So I don't watch pregame anyway because I just posted this. I don't watch pregame because pregame gets you all confident. Like, we're going to
Right.
blow them out. When you watching the Ravens, it's always down to the last minutes anyway. So I don't even watch
It's
pregame.
everybody picking the
hyped.
Ravens. I didn't watch one show. It was like 3 people picked the Ravens. I'm like, all right, let me turn some of these off.
Yeah, I don't even watch it anymore because you be like, oh yeah, we just gonna run all over them. Then by the second quarter, you be like, what the hell is Harbaugh doing? What are you doing? So
But
anyway,
most of Baltimore's down there though. I don't think it's anybody, even though everybody's down in Baltimore, they're still shooting up here. But I think just about everybody else is in Baltimore.
yeah,
Is in New Orleans.
I didn't get the memo because not only were they in New Orleans, they were in Punta Cana also. I mean, Baltimore's. I've seen like 30 people in Punta Cana. I'm like, where was the memo? Why ain't nobody tell me? But anyway, we about to go down to Louisiana and talk about Queen Sugar, man. What's going on with the borderline?
What's going on? I think Micah gonna be at the game with his ambiguously gay friends tonight at the game, talking about, can I take your picture? So Micah, your boy, he finally confronts his other ambiguously gay NFT friend guy who is trying to exploit him for his pictures. Micah, this is, I guess, has been, not to be so hard on Micah, I guess this is the evolution of Micah this season. Micah went from, he wanted to figure out how to get rich quick, how to get this money. He got into the money game and then figured out, hey, Deandra, that this money game was not for him. And, he had to struggle to try to get out and try to recapture his purpose and everything. And he found his purpose. He even had to talk to old boy. I forgot that character's name, but he had to, old boy had to apologize to him. Was like, yeah, when you had to picture up you and your ambiguously gay, well, that friend wasn't ambiguously gay, of you and your gay friend. I really shouldn't have said nothing. But you young guys, y'all keep doing what you're doing. And so Micah, he's finally come full circle, and he's kind of, I guess, found his values, what means the most to him. And so, what you think about the evolution of Micah this season?
Well, let me start with the old cockroach that you're talking about because his cockroach looking ass, he ain't even want Darla and them to take over the mill.
Right.
You remember that? He always a naysayer. And the only reason he apologized to Micah, because Micah had him in the picture kissing some other dude, hugging and kissing, and he was like, oh, damn, I just told Mike, I don't want Micah to put my stuff out there.
Right.
you think this is art? He was like,
This
yeah,
is art.
it's art. Yeah, it's great. Oh, I had meant what I said when I had talked about you and the other light skinned boy, because I don't know whatever y'all do, because when I was growing up, I don't nobody do, but that don't make it right. That
Right.
don't make it right.
When I was
I
growing
love
up,
you, boy.
everybody was in the closet. Right. Then hit them out with "I love you." When I was growing up, everybody was in the closet, or
Exactly.
they were openly against. They were gay bashing people. But the world
Exactly.
has changed now, so I'm not going to gay bash people anymore.
Exactly. He trying to save face. But yeah, man. Yeah, proud of Micah. Talked about this for a few episodes leading up to the last time we talked, which was 2 episodes ago, about when him and his grandmother were there, when Micah said, my mom is out here doing things, my dad is famous. Where do I fit in? And we talked
Right.
about that. And Micah, it seems like in this last episode, Micah did find his place. He got his little group together, his little cast of
Right. Got
characters,
his little
his
cast of characters and
yeah,
stuff.
his little band of misfits together, and they want to start something. Yeah, and the dude called Sell. What the only thing I ain't like, Micah should have punched Homeboy in his face when he came and was like, "Yeah, we could sell this." Like, don't you still owe me money? How you
Right.
gonna show your face around here and you owe me money? Like, that's a street violation right there. You can't owe me money and then show your face around here.
So you said
That don't
Micah
work.
should have kissed him in the face, or he should have hit him in the face. What did you say?
Right, he should have punched him in his mouth.
He should have kissed him in the mouth, or he should have punched him in the mouth. Because what, Micah, you don't know what you're getting.
Let me move on. See,
Micah would have been like punched and kissed him at the same time, like, you bad guy.
Yo, you something else, yo.
That's what Micah would have said to him. You something else. Anyway, all right. So your boy Landry still doing shit, man. Your boy Landry is a mess. He out here stealing people's farms and whatnot. And now the black mortgage guy at the mortgage company, he got fired from the bank and for helping the co-op, trying to help them get their little loans through. And so on his way out the door, just like most black people do, when they get fired from a job, they start making copies of stuff. And so just in case y'all acting up on the severance, we're going to call Fox 45 and, we're going to get the cameras there because y'all going to treat me right going out the door. So old boy, he copied all this stuff and he showed that, Landry, of course, we already know, white people don't play loans. I guess this is art imitating life. And so, we just had a president that never paid back his loans, anything like that. And so, I wasn't shocked. But, of course, your boy, Schlep Rock Angel, he trying to, we need to get whatever y'all planning, leave Schlep Rock out. Because if Schlep Rock in it, it's going to fail. He always the first to jump up. You ever notice that? Schlep Rock Angel is always the first to jump up to try. We need to no Schlep Rock, stay in the back. And so what you think about this new development? We already knew Landry was crooked, but Landry always doing something every episode. They're not even showing Landry. He just doing evil. They're just writing it in the script.
Yeah, I mean, so he looked like he's gonna burn down some of the land, something on the land next episode, but he's selling parts and they say Landry parts, and they finding all this paperwork, but they already knew he was shady. Shout out to the brother for finally coming forward. I mean, it took him getting fired, but you know how black people do. Oh, you gonna fire me? Okay.
Right at the copy.
I got you.
All right, yo. Let me download these files.
So you going, all right, man. And you know how we walk out, yo. They trip me, yo. They let you go. They let me go, but don't even worry about it. I'm gonna be all right. I got him. I'm gonna be all right. All right, well, keep your head up, fam. Oh, it's gonna be up, fam. You're gonna hear from me. You hear from me. That's how he walked out the building. He had, but how they gonna let him out the building with a box, and
What
the box
what
didn't
they
even have his shit in it. It was a whole
I,
box of their shit.
bro, I've been fired before, and they let you at least get your box before they escort you out. And so they might not looking. Sometimes they stand at the door while you packing your box to make sure you ain't packing what you ain't supposed to pack. But sometimes they let you get your little box, and they make sure you get to the front door all right.
I got fired from a job one time, and this was before, things like Dropbox and the Google Save and Cloud
Yeah.
Save. I had to, and I was like, all right, well, I need to get my disk and put in here and save some files that I
They were
have.
like, no, 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 sir.
No, they let me, yo. And
They
I was
let
just like, I wish I had some dirt. I wish I was mad at him about something. I had enough dirt because I would bring all these motherfuckers down. You gonna
Come
fire
on,
me?
man.
You gonna fire me after the 3 months that I put in this job? You gonna fire me?
I would be just like Jack Bauer in 24. I had that little flash drive right up in the computer.
The
Let me
dude
get
let
this
me
stuff.
save. He let me save as much as I wanted. All I had was softball files, though. I had files for the softball team. I had lineups and shit that I
Lineups and
needed.
stuff. I just need to get some stuff off of this.
But yeah, man, it's a good development, and hopefully it will help them with
Yeah.
Landry. I know they coming to the end, so they're gonna win, and so it's gonna help them with the Landry shit. But you know what? I'll let you keep talking because I'm sure we're gonna get into her. So
Now, your boy Hollywood. I had to admit, Hollywood always trying to pull the brothers together. I guess that's why they got the spot. And so Hollywood, he organizes the men to do more in the community. And so they come up with something called Dads on Patrol with some old, these are ugliest shirts. They couldn't get a better graphic designer to make them some shirts. And Hollywood always looks a little bit too tight, but they got their dads on patrol shirt. They standing in the hallways, and it's not even just for the black kids; it's for the white kids as well. Because some white kid got bumped into, and Hollywood was there to help his self-esteem and everything. And so Hollywood he didn't pull Prosper and all of them. Prosper so old. I'm like, ain't Prosper sleepy? Him and Shirley Caesar get ready to get married. He can't find his suit and whatnot. And he's doing. First of all, he must have been tired because we ain't see Prosper in the last 2 episodes. We just saw Shirley Caesar, but now it was just Prosper on this. So I don't know what's going on with Prosper and Shirley Caesar, but they not appearing on the same episodes. But anyway, and so you got Hollywood doing that, and then you got Vi, old ass Vi. She's like a TikTok celebrity. Somebody came in the restaurant and reviewed the pies and posted something. She's like, "Tick face, what's that? Talk face? I've never heard of talk book before. What is that?" And so Vi, she's a TikTok star from her review on TikTok. On Instatalk. And so there's a salesperson there who's reviewing it. He's like, "Man, I love these pies. I want to put them in all of the black Walmarts and Targets, every corner store in Baltimore, across Baltimore City. Here's my card and what have you." So what you think about that for Hollywood and Vi? They always doing something.
First of all, Hollywood, Prosper, and Ralph Angel.
They walking down the hall like they bosses.
Exactly. It looked like a comedy, one of them comedy movies where they coming in to straighten up the gangster kids.
Look like old school.
They literally, like, this had to be the worst scene ever in Queen Sugar history. He gonna pull up this white boy and be like, "Hey man, what are you doing? Come on over here so I can give you some knowledge. Because what you don't need to do is be pushing. What you should do is push the books, my brother. And it don't matter if you black or white. I just need you to push the books. All right." And then the white boy was like, "I guess you're right." I was like, what the hell is it? Because in 2022, he'd have pulled up, they'd have been like, "If you don't get the fuck out my face, old ass, you ain't my motherfucking father."
They weren't at
And
Northwestern when they did that.
your old ass know better, and you should be in a senior citizens home somewhere. And ain't you the motherfucker that can't even grow any sugar? Sugar is the only thing we grow around here, and
And
you
you
done
can't do
destroyed.
it.
You can't even keep a house. And I heard your wife got a baby by another dude that you taking care of. And
Right.
y'all want to talk to me because I bumped into Johnny over there? Man, fuck Johnny and fuck y'all. Kids would have cussed his ass out. And then Vi, first of all, I love a good pie. Let me just
Pies are
say
good.
that.
I'm
I love
nothing wrong with
good pie.
pies.
But the pie must not have been that good because he talked all that shit, but left the pie that he was eating. He only took one bite of it and left that shit.
He
So
just
it
wanted a
wasn't even
little
that
bit.
good. Come on. So why not box it up? I'd have been like, yeah, put that in a box for him. He took one pie, one piece of pie, and was like, "Oh, this is great. Let me get on here."
I'm gonna give you something old school with my mother and my mother-in-law do. They're wrap it in a napkin. They don't ask for no curry. So if it was that good, they would have wrapped that thing up in a napkin and put it in your purse.
Let's talk about some old school shit. So we go to like bull roast. They would have Mother's Day bull roast at Martin's West. Why would everybody in my family, my aunts and uncles, would all have aluminum foil and then big ass freezer bags, and they would be putting the roast all in there. They wrap it in that. They would walk out with all. I used to wonder how come I would open the refrigerator some days. It'd be all this beef and turkey and deviled eggs and everything in the refrigerator. Like, where they get that from? They got it from them damn bull roast at Martin's. They would just walk out with it.
When I started dating Paula, she came over. I was like, "You want something to drink?" She's like, "Sure." I got a cup out of the cabinet. She's like, "Aren't these the cups from Horn and Horn Smorgasbord?" My mother, when she steal her food, used to steal her food from Horn and Horn, she would put it in the cups. And so we had a whole set of the marble cups in the house. She's like, "I thought they only sold these. I thought they only had these in the smorgasbord place." I was like, "Yeah, my mother liked to taste the food."
First of all, shout out to Horn and Duff's.
Horn and Horn. Yeah, come on, man.
And shout out to Ponderosa. Remember, you had to walk down like the cafeteria
you had to walk down
and pick your. I used to always make sure the pies there used to be the best.
Sitting up in a little cold cabinet, you be like, it look a little dry, but I'm gonna get that one. That thing looking good right there. You be waiting all day for your steak.
Bring back Rustlers and Ponderosa. They would remember you would tell them what kind of steak you wanted, and they would put the little thing inside.
Yeah, put the little
thing inside the steak. So
then they give you this big old square number, be like, "Here, put this on your tray, and we'll bring it out to you." The good old days.
Shout out to that. Oh, speaking of one more thing, they got to bring back them little parfait buckets at Kentucky Fried Chicken. They used to have oh my god, they used to have a little graham crack at the bottom. The chocolate. Oh my god. Had the strawberry shortcake ones. Anyway, back to Queen Sugar.
back to Queen Sugar. So yeah, Vi, I guess her pies are gonna be in KFC, Popeyes. It's gonna be in Long John Silver, something off center.
They're gonna be in Stop, Shop, and Save. They're gonna be all up in Stop, Shop, and Save.
Super Pride. What's the supermarket on Bel Air Road? They just shut it down. Food Depot.
No, Buy Right. Hold on. Buy Right had the best steamed shrimp. Don't sleep on Buy Right. Buy Right used to say, man. Anyway. Don't sleep on Buy Right. I was hurt that they closed.
And the Aldi's coming to you. And so and then Vi in Hollywood, they had a lot going on. They decided they want to be foster parents because their experience with Joaquin and Dante. His daddy showed up the last episode and took them home. And so, they miss them and they want to be foster parents now. And so, I don't know. I guess it's to be a cool black guy with a beard and an old woman with a nice wig. Maybe they can just be good parents.
If I was Hollywood, I would have told her between stations, 7:30, and I want to say 7:59. It's a whole Telemundo Spanish network. If you want to raise some Spanish kids, just cut that on. I'm not having no more kids. I mean, you
Five
know
should
it
not.
ain't
Mhm.
it ain't got to be like that, bye. I mean, you got a lot of love to give. You want to foster again? We can get some of that borderline love. Like, yo, Hollywood, please. All
Hollywood
Vi
needs to
going
go back to the oil rig.
exactly, and all Vi was doing is sitting there like, well, I mean, Hollywood, we could do it. You know, we can make it work. We're gonna make it right. Just because she said it. That's ain't that wasn't that her famous line we talked about? We're gonna make it work. We're
She's
gonna
always
make it
going to.
right.
As soon as I finish cussing out Landry, we're going to make this right. His dirty self. When they say Landry, she just gets evil. What? His dirty self.
Her face get all screwed up. Sam. Now,
Sam.
Sam, you know she wouldn't want that, Sam. That's what she said in this one.
We
She's
still
like,
waiting for her to spill the beans on Sam.
well, she gonna call. That's what she said. She said, well, Sam shouldn't be. That's her land. I know, Vi, but she ain't been there in a long time, and Sam is taking over. But that's her home. And Vi, you ain't talked to her in a long time. That's why I'm a caller, cause I'm gonna straighten this out. Well, Vi, I mean, you don't. Maybe she don't want to be bothered, but we don't know that, Hollywood. Yo, I swear to God, yo, I'm telling you, yo, Vi is so annoying. She thinks she can get everything done. If she would have called me, she'd be like, he is taking stuff from your land that we need. I'd be like, I don't even live there no more, Vi. I don't give a damn. Why you think I moved?
I heard they're going to bring Loretta Devine back to play that role of that lady. She's going to be like, I don't care about that land. Sam can have it.
I done told you before, they better bring Jennifer Lewis in there. Because can't nobody play it like Jennifer Lewis.
I'll tell that, yeah, black women. But anyway, and so your girl Darla, she's feeling empowered, man. You know, she done got Blue's real daddy, and he got him in check, Chase, and everything, and she extorted him into signing away his custody and making a large donation to the co-op. I mean, she had it all set up. They was recording what he was saying. Ralph Angel came in there. Bitch slapped him a couple times for trying to get a little crazy. Hollywood tried to jump up in there and do some stuff. Of course, Vi was in the back ready to cut somebody. She's going to pull her blade out from under her wig and cut him if he acted the fool. And of course, you know, he's dumb. I don't want to say he's dumb because he's light-skinned, but he's just dumb anyway because Darla, she light-skinned too. But, you know, he just goes, okay, I'll just go ahead and sign anything so y'all can stop slapping me and I can get out of this house. And so, go ahead.
I don't understand. Okay. Hollywood and Vi have a home.
Yes.
Nova has a home.
Yes.
Ralph Angel and Darla barely got a home.
Why
are you making this man get to the co-op?
Right.
If I was Ralph Angel,
buy me a house.
Like, exactly. If I was Ralph Angel, I'd be like, so Darla, you didn't think some of that money should have gone to us? Like, what are you doing? He is going to pay you for what 250,000 in total, 25,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? First of all, what kind of government job does he have where he getting 25? He got that much money that he can just get in. But anyway, fuck that co-op. I mean, they can get half of it, but we need that money, Darla.
He did. He said to her, he's like, "Now I wish you would have told me that. You know, that was a surprise about that money and whatnot. I mean, I knew I was gonna slap him, and I knew he was gonna get Blue custody, but I ain't know he was gonna get some money out there. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody else got a house, living okay. Even Micah got somewhere to lay his head that he could possibly call his own, but not Ralph Angel and Darla. And so
they just rented that place, but barely. They barely rented the place. Like,
you know, they had to go in back and like, look, you know, I've been in jail. Darla was a crack addict. We all right. We're not criminals. We're not crack addicts no more. We got a little baby. Our son in DC. Can we stay here, please? And so
Yeah,
they let them stay.
it's a good thing that he found a drug kingpin's wife, because she was like, my husband was in jail, and I can tell you's a good man. You's a good man that made a mistake, and
They're gonna have him. They're gonna have him delivering them bricks. He better watch out. You's a good man. It look like you can carry these bricks upstate.
Darla gonna be a drug mule.
Yeah. Y'all got a good family. Just hide these bricks in the wheel well, and you'll be all right. Just take
What's
these
her name?
uptown.
Esmeralda Blanco is her is their landlord.
Yeah, so Darla. Now Ralph Angel, he broached the idea of, hey, maybe we need to tell Blue about what happened. Oh, light-skinned Darla. She's like, no, I do not want Blue. It's not time. No.
She was cutting him off. He was like, so maybe she was like, no. I said no.
Right. I said no.
I said no. It's not the right time. He was like, all right, bitch, chill.
Right? It was like when they wanted to do the movie.
Somebody said they got the house and moved in the same day or the next day. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you only do that if the landlord trying to cover something up. Like, I need to launder this damn drug money. So yeah, having y'all in here works out very well. Oh, don't even worry about if you late on the rent.
Right. Yeah, she did hit him with the 3 no's. She's like,
no application fee, no nothing. They just
no credit background check. No. He ain't got no credit. I mean, come on, he just lost the farm again for the 7th time. It's 7 seasons.
But why would
and where does Darla work? How does Darla get her money?
She getting the pension from the parking garage. She
on the booth.
I'm
working in the booth.
She was that'll be $5.50.
Cash or credit.
No, if you go down there, you make a right, you'll see the hospital. Yeah, it's right behind that. Yeah,
man. Yeah, because Darla, and you know what? She be clowning Ralph Angel sometimes too. Like when she hit him with the nose, like she be cutting Ralph Angel off like he only completed middle school. And just because she did a little college before she got cracked out, she be kind of disrespectful to Ralph Angel sometimes. Why
you call that girl cracked out?
She was a crackhead before she got cracked out.
Why is Ralph Angel so set in telling Blue that he ain't his
father?
He said, like, is he trying to dodge his responsibility with Blue? Like,
Ralph Angel said, now I know when you talk about if I leave you in these, if I go with old girl that I used to work with, and I'm out here fishing with, and I decide I'm gonna leave you, I need to make sure that old boy gonna pay for his son.
But he still got the other baby. And another thing, look at Blue and tell that Blue ain't Ralph Angel's son. I mean, he came out bright light. Like, he ain't just light skin. He came out bright light. So I mean, it's just listen,
hey,
man.
Hey, Pop, I understand you beat up Mom's old boyfriend the other day.
But Pop, I heard he was my dad. Did you fight my real dad, Pop? Why would you hit my real father? You're not my real father.
Blue already know because he said, because Blue's smart. Blue, they've probably been on Google, and then he probably got a batch of Ralph Angel's blood. He probably already did the DNA. Blue don't play.
Blue was sitting up there at the computer with his little dolls, and he was like, look, he's not even my real dad.
Look at yourself and look at Ralph Angel. Do you look like him? That's not your dad.
So that's the doll talking to him.
That's the doll. That's not your dad. Look at yourself and look at Ralph Angel. That's not your dad.
Looks
They're
like
lying to you.
we're on our own, Blue. Mom lies, dad lies, or what we thought was dad. Let's go find our
Right.
real dad.
Oh my God. Anyway, and so yeah, even and Darla, she's feeling empowered after this whole thing. I think it did some good for her psyche because she even reconciles with Nova and about the book and everything. And although Nova gave up the book, the movie deal and everything because she hit it with 3 no's. She had to come back and apologize and say, hey, my story is not over. I'm still that story is not done. Now I'm different.
But Nova was clearly scared of her because
Nova was like, I'm
Nova
sorry. I told him don't do it. I said
Darla
don't stop.
said Darla was like, I'm glad you came. She was like, well, I'm glad you invited me. She said, but she was like, about your book. She said, but I'm not doing. She's like, shut up, bitch. Let me finish. She's like, now I approve, although the shit you said about me was fucked up.
Right.
My story ain't over yet. She was,
Right.
Nova was scared of Darla, but
No.
Darla, Darla in control now, man. Darla got some light skin powers activated.
Right.
She heard, what was it that she heard? She was watching something where they said, "Get your power back" or something. Then she realized, I
Yeah.
need to get my power now. Yeah,
She need. I don't know if it was. It might have been Vi because about Jimmy Dale and everything, and she
yeah,
needed to get up
that's what
out.
it
Yeah,
was.
that's what
That's
it
what it
was.
was. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
she
because
ran out the thing crying, and she
yeah,
ready to get her power back. So I mean,
yeah, because
whatever.
Vi is always putting a battery in somebody's back to do something, and so that daggone Vi is something else, and so. The weight of the episode, really, I wanted to talk about your girl Nova, and so Nova, she kind of finds her first love. So old girl, that turned her out and stuff. And they both was like teenage in the closet. Well, it seemed like the other girl wasn't in the closet. She knew who she was, but Nova was in the closet. And they start reminiscing. She like a player because Nova's like, "Can I get your number?" She's like, "Let me write it on your hand like it was Love Jones or something." Like, what are you, Darius Love Hall? And that's Nina? Like, you writing on her hand?
I'm the sister to the night. Is that your woman? Girl, fuck your woman. Hey man, Love Jones is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes. Yeah, that's basically what she did. Like, yeah, let me write down the little number. I ain't gonna lie. The first, like one of my first girlfriends, I met her in Columbia Mall, and I think she wrote her number on my hand. And I hurried up and found some paper and transcribed it and stuff. Yeah, that's the things you did back in, go ahead, Calvin. I know you're gonna crack on me that I'm old.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
even had
saying.
they had pens.
My palms would have sweated that out.
You would
Nah,
have been running.
yeah, my
You've
palms
been
would have sweated.
dialing somebody wrong house. Can I
I've
speak
been
to
like,
Keisha?
exactly. Don't no fucking Keisha live here. Don't
Right.
call back here no more. Hey, the girl, Nova's girlfriend, she gained some weight, but I believe that's Tracy Johns, who's actually from Baltimore. Tracy Johns
Oh
is
yeah,
from Baltimore.
yeah. That's right. She was in a couple of the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah, and she was also in Cold Case. I used to watch in Cold Case.
Oh,
Cold Case
okay.
was, I used to like that show, but I think that was her.
Yeah, she
If it's
went to
her,
the
she
school for the arts.
gained a little bit of weight. Yeah, but yeah, it's Tracy Johns.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you notice with Queen Sugar, they deal with a lot of um I don't want to say homosexual because they don't really deal with that. They deal with a lot of alternate lifestyle issues on the show.
True.
They always bring it to light, but they always put they put a different spin on it. A lot of shows will just shove it down your throat, but they actually do it in a way that I guess makes you root for him or cheer for him. This was like a past love that Nova lost. Now, of course, everybody watching it like, where's James Ingram? Like, where's her boyfriend at?
Right.
Like,
well, he's on that other show. He's on that Hulu show with the woman. She's a black attorney. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's named after the Jay-Z album. I forget the name. Oh my God, I remember. I'll say it. I'll tell us. Oh my God, but go ahead, keep on talking.
But no, so yeah, I actually appreciate the episode. It also brings in the father, how the father really, she thought didn't accept it, but he was trying to understand by talking to the girl and telling the girl to call Nova, and she appreciated that. So I thought that was actually pretty good. Now Nova herself is just she's a wild character. They out here struggling, trying to figure out what's going on with Landry, and Nova out here pitching woo to the ex. Nova
Right,
trying to get it. So
right,
no,
right.
man, it was, I thought that was actually good for Nova. You know, we're starting to see Nova being happy because she did get to the little, they took a book away from her, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she in the little council meeting and they fussing at her, telling her she a racist and all. Oh yeah, and then we forgot that's when Hollywood think he gonna run for the board, the school board too.
Yeah, Hollywood, and I was getting ready to get to that.
Okay,
Reasonable Doubt is the name of the Hulu show that I was talking
okay,
about.
okay.
Reasonable Doubt, but yeah. So they reminisce, and then Nova, she's still, I guess she's still holding out for old boy. Calvin came up last week, White Calvin, tried to holler, but she refrained. Old girlfriend, although they out here dancing and hugged up. We didn't see an exchange of the tunas, and so. They're still, they were still up.
No, we can't, we just can't keep this serious for no
Yeah,
longer
I know.
than
I'm
2
sorry.
minutes.
Right.
Neither one of us, not
No,
exchange.
no exchange of the tunas, and they're keeping it no scissoring, and so it was a no scissoring in this episode.
Sir, what episode is this? This is these were episodes 7 and 8, I believe.
7 and 8.
So we
Yeah,
got 2
yeah.
more episodes of
Mm-hmm.
Queen should go through.
But I
So
want to talk
hopefully,
about the school board
oh,
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
all
My
set
bad,
to
my bad.
school board. That's crazy. That's the last thing I want to bring up and all. And so Nova, she's always fighting the power, and these crazy white people always screaming over her and her peoples, and Vi's they're always there to threaten people. That's what she loves to do. And so, in Hollywood, I'm about to slap the taste out your mouth. He about to run for school board. You better stay away from Project Baltimore. If Project Baltimore call you Hollywood and they want to see your tax returns, you better show them because you're gonna be on the morning news. And so, I wish Hollywood the best on the school board.
Is that is Project Baltimore? Is that Joy LaPolo? Or is that girl that's always on Brandon's
No,
ass? What's
no,
that girl always on
this
Brandon's
guy.
ass?
No,
And
this
her
is the
name
guy.
Kristen something.
The guy that's on Project Baltimore is Chris Paps.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So what is
he's a
Joy
terror.
LaPolo on? Joy
Joy
LaPolo is
LaPola be on everybody else. She be like on
okay.
like the politicians, but yeah, that's this one reporter. She's at every Brandon
That's
Brandon
Kristen.
Scott.
That's Kristen something. Yeah, she be on Brandon ass. Every time she open her mouth, Brandon be like this.
He start rolling right.
Like,
no.
this he be like, if I wasn't mayor, I would slap the shit out of her.
So, Mayor Scott, 10 people were shot over the weekend. Do you feel bad about that?
Brandon cock his head to the side.
Right.
I'ma always feel bad about it. And never feel good about it. But we're trying. We're making some progress.
What are you gonna do?
He tried to go to the next question. She'd be like, well, what kind of progress are you making? Because the numbers don't show the progress. She be on his ass.
And we've been asking for your crime plan for the last 5 years, and we haven't seen it.
I'll be feeling bad for him because I'll be like, damn, yo, they just, as soon as you got elected, they was like, get him, girl, go get him. And she came. I didn't even know who she was. Like, she just all of a sudden one day just bust out in his ass.
I need Channel 45 to go back to showing Gilligan Islands reruns and Gomer Pyle.
Where's Captain Chesapeake? And where's Ghost Host? Like, why don't show Ghost Host anymore? What's going on?
Can y'all go back to that? Because y'all terrible on that station.
Fox 45 be having the morning news, the morning after the morning news, the
Right.
Brandon Scott report. Then they hit you with a little game show or two here and there.
Right.
But then
And
they
then they
got
come right on back.
good day Baltimore. Then they come back with the afternoon news, and then after the afternoon news, because we just found out some more news. Then they get you with Family Feud for a couple
Right.
episodes.
Wake up.
Now,
And they get right
now
back
it's
at it at 10.
late news. It's time for the late news, the pre-late news, and then the later news.
Right.
And then
And
the
you
news
like,
that we may have missed, because we know y'all ain't missing.
like, hey y'all, we tell y'all this morning that Brandon Scott ain't shit, and it's 10 o'clock and he still ain't shit. So we got what's up
Yeah.
to show you.
Fox 45 be having the news, y'all.
Fox
Like
45 is a mess, man.
news and court shows. They got to throw Judge Mathis in there.
Oh yeah.
Judge Mathis should be the judge at anything that Darla does, because he'd be like, "You are a crackhead, miss.
That's crazy.
Ma'am, you are a crackhead.
You're a crackhead, ain't you? I can tell. I can tell you are. You're a crackhead.
Mm-hmm. I know a crackhead when I see it, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm from Detroit, ma'am. I know a crackhead when I see a crackhead."
He love to bring up Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I've been to Detroit, and my man. Detroit is Baltimore. It's just got the big three there, the big car makers. But I mean, you talk about vacancy, like how you drive through Baltimore and it'd be like acres of vacant land and stuff. That's pretty much what Detroit looks like.
I was in Detroit one time. I was like 19, and I remember I went downtown. They actually had a Puerto Rican festival, and they had the big fist. That fist that's down there.
Yeah, that big fist downtown.
Mm-hmm. And then as soon as I came back, Video Jukebox was showing Hammer Put Me in the Mix, and that Put Me in the Mix video was filmed in Detroit. They had the big.
Oh my
fist.
goodness!
I was like, I was there. I was just there. Hammer,
they put me in the mix.
Hammer, I am Hammer. They put me in the mix.
Yeah. That was a jam. That first Hammer album, that was a classic.
Bro, the best concert I've ever been to. Best concert I've ever been to was Escape, After 7, Oaktown 357, Troop, and MC Hammer. And I'd never seen a show like MC Hammer. It was everything was moving. Like it was the greatest. It's the greatest concert I've ever been to this day. It was the most exciting concert I've ever been to. Yeah, I loved every minute of it.
You gotta give him credit.
Gotta give him credit. Hey man, so that's Queen Sugar. We'll definitely be back next week to talk about the episode that comes out tomorrow. But before we go, got anything we want to tell the people, Garland?
Yes, go vote. Early voting ended last week, but the voting polls open tomorrow morning. Go in before you get to work. Maybe take your lunch break and go if you don't get to go in before you go to work, or when you get off of work. Just I know you'd be tired after a long day, the man on your neck, but go practice your right to vote. These midterm elections are very serious. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen the president in Maryland campaigning during a midterm election.
Exactly.
Maryland is solidly a Democratic state for the most part. I mean, Obama has been here, Biden is here tonight, and so that really says something that this midterm means a lot. And so we need you to go out. Oh, and also one of the things on the ballot this year is the legalization of recreational marijuana. And so for you marijuana users, I know Calvin, he doesn't even want to be next to smoke.
Yo, because it's still drugs, though. It's drugs. Like it's drugs. And it's not, if we got to vote on it, that means it's not legal yet. It's drugs. I don't know why y'all act like it's not drugs. Like, just say no, it's drugs. Like, am I wrong?
All right, y'all. This guy. Go out. So yeah, go out and vote, y'all. Go out and vote.
And the message I want to say is the same thing. The election is tomorrow, and it's not a given. Unless you're Jill Carter, you're the only one running for state senator. So unless you're Jill Carter, it is not a given. Make sure you vote. And like Garland said, if Trump is coming out, if Biden is coming out, they want to make sure that they secure Maryland. And even though Maryland is always been a Democratic state, that's because Baltimore, Montgomery County, and PG County are Democratic.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is conservative. And if you think about it, our last few governors have been split down the middle.
Yeah.
Um, Ehrlich was a Republican. Then we go to
Mm-hmm.
O'Malley, but then we came back with
With
Hogan. They're
8 years
Republicans,
of Hogan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Dan Cox is a MAGA Republican,
Mm-hmm.
and they may have a chance to win. So don't take it for
Don't
granted
play him
that
short.
don't take it for granted that Westmore is going to win. If you're voting for Westmore, I mean, if excuse me, if you're
Yeah.
voting for Cox, I'm going to say the same thing. Don't take it for granted that he's going to win. Just
Right.
get out and vote. Make sure you
So.
cast your vote. So yeah, that's really my only message. Exercise your right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things on the ballot that you'll read. Term limits are on the ballot this time.
Yes. Term
Make
limits.
sure you look at that. So just take your time, vote, vote down the ballot. Some of them, I think, even like sheriff, you don't necessarily have to vote
Right.
for because there's no one running against them. But just
Your
take a
school
look.
boards are up for election and stuff. So yeah, it's very vital. And so yeah, everything, especially the stuff that's happening on the local level.
And there's still time to research. Most jobs will also give you time off in the beginning or the end of
Yes.
the day, but polls stay
Mm-hmm.
open late. The stadiums are going to be open. You can vote at Raven
Oh yeah,
Stadium.
that's right.
I don't know if Camden Yards, if the Orioles Stadium is open for voting, but I
I'm
know
not
the
sure.
football stadium is.
And I know all
Um,
the basketball arenas are dark. Well, they're not
yeah,
dark, but they're not playing any games tomorrow
yep.
because they're using some of them are using the arenas for voting. And so
Yeah, voting it's just important.
yeah.
We everyone gives you the speech about how our ancestors died for it, but white people's ancestors didn't necessarily die for it. Just get out and vote.
Yeah.
Exercise your right. We need to see the polls. So someone said they voted electronically. That's how I vote. I get
It's not
my
go outside
ballot.
to the lines.
Yeah, I get my ballot
Mm-hmm.
online. I fill it out and then I drop it in the ballot box because
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in the lines either. So, and then
There
it's
you go.
also a form of early voting. You don't have to stand in line for early votes. You get the ballot and drop it in the drop box.
Yeah.
They have drop boxes
Well,
all
like I
over the
said,
city and
go
county.
early because there's not going to be any lines early. Go early on your way in, or your lunch break in the middle of the day. It's probably not going to be as crowded as if you wait in the evening and all. But still, do it. Even if you wait in the evening, just bring some comfortable shoes and bring a
Mhm.
snack and stand in line. But don't leave. Cash your vote.
Take your kids with you too. They
Yeah.
kids love to see the vote. Kids find voting
Mm-hmm.
exciting, but
Yeah.
you'll also instill something in them because if you don't vote, your kids aren't going to vote, and it's just too important to not vote nowadays. It feels like we're coming to a point in this country, and I don't know when it's going to be, but it just feels like there's going to be a clash between these two parties. It's boiling over. So we got to make sure that we're on whatever side we want to be on. I'm not here to push a side for you. I think
Mm-hmm.
we've talked enough about where we lean, so you probably already know that. But just go
Right.
out and vote.
Go, go, go.
But anyway, hey, that is it for us this evening. Make sure you listen to our podcast, which we put out on the weekends. That is All Things Black Presents Fanboys. We talked about Frank Wright getting fired,
We
getting
sure did.
removed, and that happened today. So y'all, we know what we're doing
We're on the
around here.
cusp of all of this stuff, y'all.
I'm trying to tell y'all, and we don't even have any insiders. We are our own insiders. So if you're into sports, listen to our podcast. It comes
For
out on the
real.
weekends. You can listen to the current one that's up, and you can listen to some of the past ones just if you want some entertainment. And
Mm-hmm.
again, join us next Monday when we talk about tomorrow night's episode of Queen Sugar. We'll be back to
Yes.
talk about that. But in the meantime, we're about to go get a heart attack with these Ravens. You got your
Right.
I got my pills. I got my
Yeah,
heart
yeah.
pills right here
I got my
for the
high blood
Ravens
pressure
game coming
meds
up.
right
Yeah.
here.
That's
So
so for the
I'm
Ravens
ready.
game coming up. Hope everybody else has theirs. Hey, this is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. That's my guy, Garland. If you see my figure, that's my guy, Garland. And we will talk to you all next week.